Welcome to Sage-Based Wisdom. I'm Brian Bahi.
And I'm Jana Schmeeding.
And we are podcasting to you from the sacred homelands of Jollibee.
Today we're going to be giving you, our listeners, some advice cultivated indigenously from our backgrounds in keeping cats away from guests.
And maintaining your allergies.
We have a special
Maintaining.
Okay.
The upkeep on his allergies.
My eyes are like more watery than they normally are.
Oh, really?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'm not.
Yeah. I've never seen anyone care less about a cat allergy than Jana.
Don't believe you at all.
Wait, you don't? Are you like RFK Jr.? You don't believe in allergies?
I don't believe in cat allergies.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I believe in allergies.
Somebody already came for Jana. What was it for? Remember?
It's gluten intolerance.
Oh, did you get like a bunch of angry emails?
I know I got one very specific angry responder that was like, I am gluten-free, actually. I shit my pants when I have gluten.
You're going to open your DMs. It's Cat Fancy being like, bitch, you better watch yourself.
I take Zyrtec religiously, so...
Same.
I pretty much feel like I'm unaffected. I've figured out how to cure my disability with cat allergies, but I know that it's real.
We have a special guest.
We have a special guest. She is allergic to the cats. And
friend of the show, second returning guest.
Returning guest.
Nice.
This time on your very screens. She's a very talented executive producer, showrunner of Rutherford Falls, also the pilot that we just shot in Portland, and hopefully a show coming up. And she's just an all-around superstar and a friend.
She's giving Yacht A.
She's giving Yacht A.
All the way.
Yacht A to Sierra Teller Ornelas.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, we have to get to our... somebody is needing our advice.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay, I'm going to talk faster because I keep getting cut off because I'm very verbose. Hi, I'm from Portland, and I really, really enjoyed the show recently. So cute, so fun. You guys were hilarious. And I'm talking about, my question's about cancel culture. Portland is like the capital of cancel culture. And I was canceled. I was like called out on the internet and I felt really bad. I went down like a shame spiral, even though like I know, like initially I was kind of like, okay, I made a mistake. So I wrote the apology letter. I did all the things you're supposed to do. I tried to be open. I was like, hired an accountability coach to be like, how can I be better? You know, to give you context, I'm a white person, I'm queer, non-binary. And I would just wanted to be like good, you know? And then I guess things have kind of changed for me. I'm like pretty anti-cancel culture. This was like several years ago. And, but it's still like kind of hard to recover from. I feel a little traumatized. I'm not going to lie. I don't expect anyone to feel sorry for me, but like it is a pretty intense situation when it happens to people. I'm very anti-cancel culture now. Did I already say that? And so like, what do you do? Like, what do you do when you're trying to like rebuild and like be a strong character, but you're like kind of jaded and I don't know. I just like needed like a lot of people ditched me, you know, and I'm trying to figure out like my new self, I guess, in a sense. And also, if you were reincarnated and came back as another animal, what animal would you be? I'd be a wolf, so I could.
Oh! You'd be canceled, bitch.
I would be a canceled dolphin.
The first canceled dolphin. Damn.
A canceled blue whale.
Wow. First of all, new career accountability coach.
Accountability
Coach.
Here we go.
We all saw dollar signs in our eyes.
I
We were
know.
like, ka-ching.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck this shaman gig that I was about to start.
Fuck my cult.
Damn.
I'm gonna be a fucking accountability coach.
Moved to Portland, Native American accountability
Oh,
coach.
honey.
Can you imagine?
This accountability coach.
Oh,
If
first
cancel culture is popping off,
$2,000 just for the assessment. It's like
100%.
it's like an ADHD assessment. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
Yeah, you get a warm bottle of Dasani. And
And what will you do with that?
Okay. This is such a funny question. Also because
I'm curious, is it bad to be like, if you were a
What'd you
queer,
do?
non-binary person in Portland and you got canceled, what did you do?
truly, no, that's your
Like,
that's
that
the
is
first
a-
question.
okay,
Yeah.
Like a
That's
Panchenko
so
twist,
good.
but
triple
here's-
vault of like,
here's what I
did
will
you say or
say.
do?
Queerness does not protect you from
No.
being white. And I do think that sort of, oppression and intersectional oppression is real. A lot of people experience oppression, but whiteness is a privilege that sort of trumps all of the privilege. It really positions a person in a place where you sort of I feel like whiteness gives whiteness people raised under whiteness probably feel like growing up you can kind of do no wrong, that even being canceled you can come back from.
Right. I get what you're saying.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, I think there are levels of whiteness, like in terms of like socioeconomic
Sure, of
backgrounds
course.
and
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
countrified upbringing, and like there is a suburban whiteness that I'm feeling from this that I'm like curious about. But like I think that there's like levels for sure. But yes, I understand what you're saying
Yeah,
in
yeah,
terms
yeah.
of like I do think there's like a certain demographic of people, and a lot of them are white, that like live with the assumption that things will just work out.
Right.
And I think that there's a lot of, and I guess that is like that is privilege.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I'm also kind of moving through with the assumption that this person said they are queer to say that I'm not to me it's like a caveat to being white sometimes to certain people, where it's like,
interesting.
oh, I'm not as white as you might assume. I do experience oppression.
Right.
I'm gender queer, and
Right.
and that does exist. But also whiteness is a real thing, a
Totally.
visible thing that
Yes.
is like, I think it's just I just can see why somebody would say, for the record, I am I'm a white non-binary
Right.
queer person,
Yeah.
So that is to say, I don't know what the canceling was about. If you're referencing a few years ago, I'm going to assume it was possibly racial during a time of racial reckoning,
Right.
2020,
2020.
where cancel culture was sort of like high peak cancel.
Right.
Yeah. And to have the community still not kind of on
Okay
this
with
person.
you.
Yeah, that's
I'm very curious.
that's
what
really it sounds like you need to go further in terms of
You need to be canceled more.
it sounds
I'm
like
with the community.
it sounds
I
like we're
guess.
not on your side.
Well, it's
and-
so funny because like yeah, part of my instinct is just to be like, well, like I don't know. I feel like if she seems young, like in your 20s, I have wildly different friends every 10 years. Like you just grow as a person and you change and you evolve. Like it doesn't like maybe you just get new friends and like
You
figure
do.
it out and just start over. But then it's kind of like I imagine this person in Portland with like a bunch of swastika tattoos being like, these people say I'm great. Like, it's like I don't know what this person did or was
Yeah,
accused
yeah,
of
yeah.
doing.
I know,
So it's like you can't be like, it'll be fine, or like, oh, you're the worst, because like I don't know what this person did.
Right,
it's
right,
like
right.
I feel
Yeah.
like there are levels of canceling. I think there's like saying, something inappropriate, and there's like actively using your privilege to hurt people.
Yeah.
And I think it's like it's a little, I don't know, like it's so hard to like give advice in this way.
yeah.
Yeah, but I think that the experience of I think what they're describing is an experience of being canceled and sort of still having to reckon with that feeling of like I
Yes.
did something bad and
Right.
my community sort of came for me, or whatever,
A
and
community.
a community came for me, and I'm still struggling with that feeling.
It a little bit makes me wonder, like, did this person, do they realize how bad the thing they did was? Because, like, if it kind of seems like they didn't wrap their head around that, otherwise they wouldn't understand why they're still canceled in a way. I feel like in knowing and kind of just like coming to the realization and having any self-awareness of like how you may have like done something worth canceling, then it like everything else would fall into place in a way of like, you know, repercussions or whatever for those actions.
I don't know. I'm not like Vince Vaughn or something, but like I do find like the cancel culture stuff fascinating because like
did he get canceled?
No, I just mean like I feel like he's one of those like Republican dudes that are like comedies like you can't be funny anymore and you can't talk about a woman's boobs. Or,
you can't say
anything.
You can't grab an ass at work anymore. What the hell?
Like I definitely am not like that, but I do think like I find cancel culture fascinating because I do think there is no like off ramp to grace or like there's no prescription for rehabilitation. And so like but I also think like there are people who are really shitty at apologizing. And then I also think there are people who their only power is being like, that's not good enough. Like I'm still not satisfied. And so it's like on some level, I don't know where I stand beyond like, you just have to do your best and then not live your life based on these rules that someone has developed, unless you are a shitty person and then you should genuinely apologize. So it's like some advice for some folks. I'm like, yeah, you've done enough and you just gotta like those, but I don't know. I also feel like I've been shitty to people and it's like, yeah, that person's just never gonna like me again. And you know what? Fair. Like I don't get to have that person's friendship because I fucked up and like I'm gonna go try to foster friendship with other people. To me, the privilege comes where it's like, no, that person should forgive me and should make me feel better.
Right.
Like
For
if
sure.
that is your impetus, then I feel like that's a hell of your own making.
Totally.
Like either like
Totally.
cut ties and try to be good with the next person.
Yeah.
But like no one owes you their forgiveness, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
that also doesn't mean you have to be like constantly under the thumb of this like guilt.
Yeah.
You just have to go and try to be a good person.
Yeah.
Head to toe plastic surgery.
Ugh. Like
You-
face off. You
Full
get
face off.
Nicolas Cage's face.
That was the horniest movie for
The
me.
horniest
I was
movie.
like, wait, what?
It was?
Because
He
Nick,
like licks that girl's face.
Nick Cage is
yeah.
is the actual good guy, but he appears as bad, right?
So John Travolta is bad, Nicolas Cage good, but then they switch faces, so it's Nicolas Cage acting like bad John
Bad.
Travolta,
Ooh, bad
and
boy.
then John
John
Travolta
Travolta
acting like this like
good.
good guy who doesn't know how to be
But bad Nicolas Cage.
bad
Fuck.
Nicolas Cage. I mean, every damn
He's
day.
like a priest.
He's like a priest, and then he like is like
He's a priest?
it's
crazy.
He like wears a priest
Yeah.
outfit in
Oh,
order
yeah,
to
yeah,
get
yeah.
access to something, and then he like grabs people and
It's
like it's wild.
I need to watch that again.
Yeah, no, it was a very horny, and when that was like not pre-internet, but it was like pre like everything.
It was
being
pre-internet
available.
for me, yeah.
Yeah. So
And it definitely
you were in your Hopi house.
Hopi House! Hopi House special.
You were riding Barnaby your horse and
Brian
watching
gallops
Face
up on his horsey.
gallops across the mesa to the video
like,
store.
This is my horse,
My VHS.
Bezos.
Oh my god. Wow. If we could get Nick Cage.
I mean,
Is Nick Cage even on this earthly plane anymore? Is he like in
yeah.
our mental?
He loves to work.
he's doing that Spider-Man TV show, that Spider-Man Noir.
Oh.
The urban legend I heard with him is that he has like a shopping addiction. So like if he has
Come to the LA Flea.
he has a rate, and if you will pay his rate, he will be in your movie because he just likes, he loves to work, and he just has a rate, and he'll kind of do whatever.
Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Boy, do we have a show for you.
Right?
Nick Cage will be reaching out.
We'll have.
We got that right.
We got that
reach
right. There's a great video of him because he has young children at Chuck E. Cheese with like in a Versace like short set. It's like shorts and shirt matching set, just like walking around to
so
Chuck E.
funny.
Cheese like ready to fucking play. And I'm like, I've never felt closer to a human being in my entire. I was like, you are my like guiding force.
Can you imagine
Cage.
being Nick fucking Cage just walking around in a.
Imagine? Just a descendant of a Coppola, just
Yes.
living your best life,
Just like
driving
I'll
crazy
take gigs
cars.
for shopping money.
Love it. Yeah.
Oh. Nick Cage, come to the LA Indian Flea. You're going to find so many deals. You're going to find art that you are obsessed with.
Wear that Versace.
Yeah.
I feel like there are celebrities that I'm like, you have to like Indians. There's no way you don't.
I think
I think
that
Nicolas
they
Cage
all are
is like
either
top of the
secretly in
list.
love with us
He
or
loves us.
Oh,
he
yeah.
must love us.
He has turquoise.
We
in
love
that
him.
fucking
And we
jewelry
love
box.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love Face Off. I feel like Face Off is also a very Indian movie. Like, it's sort of like Brian's.
I was talking earlier. I think
Explain.
work with me on this thesis. This is as
Okay.
far as I've gotten. I think Soul Food is the most Native American movie ever.
1,000%. 1,000%. Yes.
It's so dramatic, so much like theater, crying.
It's also
laughing.
got the ultimate like Vanessa Williams auntie that like
Yes.
pays for everything and everyone treats like garbage. That is
Thank
like
you.
nothing more native than that. Than like that one super responsible family member that like makes sure everyone's safe that everyone hates is like such a native thing. It's also like the kids being around for too much grown shit.
Yes.
And like the kid is the narrator is so perfect.
Yeah.
The grandma figure.
So fun. The grandma figure.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm working off of.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to turn that into something.
There should be like a native soul food reboot. Like how do you remember there was like Eat, Drink, Man, Woman was this like wonderful Asian foreign film, and they made it into a Latino version called Tortilla Soup.
Yeah.
Which was so
Which my mom loved.
my mom loved tortilla soup. But I remember being like, this isn't as good. It's like Paul Rodriguez is like God bless. But I was like, this is not the same. And their food didn't look as cool as like Eat, Drink, Man, Woman. I was just like,
Soul Food, I'm like, I'm hungry.
right, yes.
I'm
Yeah.
hungry for the
Yes.
drums.
It would be called like mutton stew.
No.
Let's make it. Let's do it right now. At camp. We'll write it at our camp.
Oh my God. Now the camp is turning into a work camp.
I know. That's
But
what we do.
But we're still gonna have liming.
Liming.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Wait, what were you saying about?
We're talking about cancel culture. And I'm sorry if my stuff is like feels. I don't want to come off as like
No.
Louis
Don't
C.K. or
apologize.
something. I just am like I find this stuff fascinating because
I do
know.
too.
Because I also
Oh.
think like we all have people in our lives who like have like addiction issues or have
Yes.
certain things that you're like within our families have been
Yes.
canceled and we've had to find ways to bring them back into the fold because that's what we do.
Right.
And so I'm like, there has to be like some kind of like prescriptive way. I think, but like it's same thing like with addiction, those people have to actively want
do.
to do it and
That's
participate
part of
in
the
it.
12 steps is making amends.
Making amends,
you know?
admitting you have a problem,
Yeah.
admitting, So, but like, I think there's no version of that for these folks.
I think, and this is my argument about cancel culture. Cancel culture is our sort of collective way of enacting justice because we don't have a good
Yes.
justice system.
Yes.
We don't have a justice system that is taking care of us, and it's not fair. It feels very unfair, especially right now. It's like, and so when we have the power of public scrutiny, we use it, we
Right.
wield it, and we use that power that you were saying, like, I don't forgive you. If that is our only power, like, what a sad power to have. Like, and to me, that means like you feel so disempowered about justice that because real, actual, like, justice means making amends.
Yes.
And it means not imprisoning somebody and sending them away for the rest of their lives.
Right.
Like, it means they are punished, they are public, they have to make a public apology, they have to make it right with the victim, they have to like work at it, and it takes a long time. But part of that reciprocity of the justice needs to be forgiveness.
Right.
And so not only do we have no practice in making amends as a culture, we have no practice in making amends, we have no practice in forgiveness.
Yes.
We do not have either sides of those coin are very underdeveloped.
And I think like what's unfortunate is like, I talked to my brother about this because he was saying he has this theory about like, because, there's like the election and all these fucking Republicans and blah, blah, blah. But he was like, when people get canceled, you have this group being like, hey, man, it's cool. You're a piece of shit. I'm a piece of shit, too. Like, come be a
Right.
piece of shit over there.
Right.
And he's like, and for lack of a better word, he's like, that's giving people grace. And he was like, and that's why everyone moved over to that side. And he was
100%.
like, we've lost sight of like our inability to do that.
Yes.
And like, and I do think like there is like, it's like if we keep following this momentum, for lack of a better term, like the flip side of it is like what the fuck we have now, and it's not great. It's not good. And so I just think it's like I don't think this person's asking the wrong question necessarily, but I think that there is sort of like look within yourself to figure out, like you said, like how to genuinely make amends.
Right.
And then you got to just let it go and understand that like you don't have control in this situation. You don't have that privilege of like, it should just work out.
Right.
Like there is a world, like I've definitely had people in my past where like I was a crazy person around these people, and that those people will always just think of me as like bananas. And I remember trying to like, the more I would try to convince them I was normal, the more I would just act insane.
Right.
These were like my 20s, and it was like in love with them. And like, but I had to kind of just be like, hey girl, maybe this just isn't the one.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you're just always going to look like an idiot in front of this person and just let it go. There's all these other people you look really cool in front of. Like, just go towards those people. And so it's like, maybe these people are just not your people anymore. And maybe you have to go find your people, you know? But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Totally,
but I agree.
100%.
Like making amends and like the exploration of that, I think is so important. And a forgiveness, like finding a way to really like let go.
Yeah. And I think forgiveness also is like, I mean, this is going to sound corny, but you kind of have to learn how to forgive yourself if you're going to practice forgiving other people. Like you also just need to be like, I've done the best I could. I feel guilty still about this. I mean, I will say this. I had a friendship breakup during the racial reckoning for reasons of identity reasons. And the way that also there was a history of this friend I felt like just was sort of, I just didn't feel like I was seen by this person, but we were very close kind of, but like I just felt like they didn't really know that much about me, or there's no curiosity. And there was one incident around Juneteenth that sort of, I was like, that's kind of the straw that breaks the camel's back. And it was sort of like a white, I don't know. I don't want to go into it, but I tried to have a conversation where I was like, I don't want to talk to you for a while. And then we came back together and had a discussion about it. It was sort of an apology and a recognition of what had happened. But then I felt like this other person was like, oh, great, I'm so glad we got that apology over with. Let's hang out, you know? And it was just like immediately back to like sort of friendship. And that didn't work for me. And I was trying hard in my own mind to be like, okay, yeah, let's go back to it. But then I noticed that I was just like pulling away. I had no interest in hanging out anymore. I was just like, I'm done. I'm good. And I stopped communicating. And I kind of, for lack of a better term, was like slowly ghosting, you know, and just like pulling away. And we have not been, yes, I did the Brian Bahi and slowly drifted into the bush. And we were good friends before that, and since then I've been a lead on a TV show. I think they've had a baby. Like there's just like, you know, like so much life has happened since 2020, and I miss it. I feel sometimes I am panged with this feeling of, did I do the right thing? Like, was I, you know, at the time I was like, you know what? You treat me like shit, and also you don't see me for the person that I am, you know? And I was sort of like, I felt like I needed to like be really firm about that. And now, even now, I still have these moments of like, God, did I do that? Was I too harsh?
Yeah.
And what would happen if I reached out and like said, I'm sorry? Like, what would it be? You know, is it that I'm like, I need to apologize for being, you know, and that's not it. So I feel like it's too confusing in my mind. So I sort of just like let it lie, but I do still think about it. And I feel guilt about it sometimes, but I also feel like the apology wasn't enough. It didn't make it right. And there wasn't a continuing effort to make it right and to like do the appropriate like learning and sort of like reconnection that needed to happen. So I feel like now being in almost 2026 in like several months, but like it just is like that shit happens. Sometimes the thing isn't meant to be, this connection isn't meant to be. And
Right.
for whatever reason, that's not my person.
I feel like especially as an adult too. I feel
Yeah.
like if you're like in your 20s maybe,
Yeah.
then there's room for like an apology or like change or something. Like everybody's kind of like figuring their shit out
Right.
still. I feel like when you're an adult, you're kind of like, oh, that's just like how you are.
Yeah.
And even if you do change a little bit or something, it's like there's so much like you're kind of set in your ways in a little bit, and that's kind of like
and I think that adults can still grow, but I think I'm just sort of echoing like kind of what Sierra said, which is we don't have to feel guilt. I don't think this person feels guilt about it anymore. I don't think I should be feeling guilt about it anymore. It's like, let's just let sleeping dogs lie and move on with our lives and like experience joy and learning and growth in our own way and at different times. This particular time was a huge blow up and it was a learning experience for both people, but like whatever, like life goes on.
Yeah, I feel like when we're in like sexual relationships, for some reason we give people way more like leeway of like it just ships in the night and it didn't match up and then we grew apart. But for some reason with friendships, it's like, no, this should be like this forever. Like I've known them since kindergarten and I just have never been like, I'm like, people grow apart. People like during the pandemic, my best friend and I were saying like we sort of accidentally, but like weeded out. There were two groups of friends that stayed. It was like people I trusted enough to see my house be a fucking mess and to see me be insane, or people I was willing to clean for and have them come over.
Right.
But I was like, there was a whole mid-range of people where I'm like, it's not worth the commute. I'm sorry. Like, I'm literally like washing my LaCroix and I'm like trying to keep a mask on my kid. I was like, you're either like my ride or die and you can see me with like the like greasiest hair, or you're worth the shower and the commute or whatever.
Right.
And like, those are the people who've kind of sustained. And I felt bad because there were people who were reaching out and this. And it was kind of just like, it's not worth getting sick. Like, I'm not gonna like, and that was like 2 years of that. And for some reason I feel like now, like obviously I've like reconnected with a lot of folks and
Sure.
But it is also just like the situation. Sometimes you kind of have to make
just
like
kind of naturally sort of weed
when you get a boyfriend or when you get kids or you get your priorities change and you're
Yeah.
just like, what is worth the
right.
is this worth it or is it not worth it?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like that's just sort of, I think that's okay. Because I also feel like I've definitely had friends do that to me where like I don't get invited to things or I don't get included. And it's just like, that's life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not,
100%. Yeah. That's certainly everybody. And I think also to this person's question, concern, it's like, let that be a sign that like you're just on a different path with that particular community or those people. Like also, you don't owe anybody anything. You don't have to fucking apologize. You can kind of go on being an asshole and whatever, like being a jackass. Nobody cares. Turns out, actually, if you buck against cancel culture real hard, you might become famous. You might do better. You might sort of go the way of Dave Chappelle and just like continue to piss people off over and over and over and sort of not care.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I love it.
I know you do. I'm in my messy era, so I feel like I'm saying things on this very pod sometimes that are like, oh shit,
Borderline
this is gonna
cancel
get me
culture.
Canceled.
cancel Jana. Please don't
care.
cancel Jana. We need her for like 3 to 5 seasons of a TV show. Please don't cancel Jana.
I don't think you really have
Well, I did say the thing about
gluten.
Yes.
Cut that out.
I did. I
Just in case.
did spread the conspiracy that a gluten intolerance is fake because I do believe it is, honey.
We're gonna cut that out.
No, what did I say? Oh, I said if you're using the word indigenous, you're canceled. I said indigenous is out. Native American. If you're saying Native American, you're a loser.
Oh.
Native American is also not okay. What are we saying?
Native
Or
tribal
Indian?
nation.
See,
Or
this
Indian.
is
Indian.
I'm glad you're on my side
Brian is pro-indig, which I think is fine.
I'm not pro-indigenous. I'm
not
fine with Native
pro.
American.
I like Native American.
I'm okay with it. It's like a.
I'm okay with it. If you're
in the charcuterie board, it's like the brie. It's just like standard.
So native is top for you. What's top?
Top is Navajo.
Yeah, top is
same
tribal nation specific.
Okay.
I like. I don't mind American Indian because I am an American and I'm an Indian and I was named. To me, Native American is like forced entry versus like shit got robbed. Like, I feel like the words get like so watered down.
American Indian is kind of like 70s. It's like
it's vintage
retro.
to me.
It is
like,
vintage.
It's kind of like
I love.
It's like
thrifting.
I drive like a Mustang and I say American Indian.
Oh,
It's
wait.
Wait. Hold
You're
on.
making me reevaluate.
I'm gonna blow both of your minds. I saw Leonard Peltier the other day in a talk
video. I saw that too.
saying the American Indian movement should no longer be called the American Indian movement. It should be called the American Indigenous movement.
No comment. I'm not getting canceled, Jana.
American.
Not on my watch.
I'm not either, but
I mean, I get what he's saying.
Here's my thing. Separate from that, which I have absolutely no comment on. I just think Indigenous is Canadian. That's their thing.
Or Central South American. There's people that are using that as...
But that's indigena. That's like Spanish. That's like its own thing. Like, I think it's
But
like...
I know a lot of people who are saying Indigenous who are Central South American.
Are we not?
But that's because they're in America, probably.
Right.
Yeah. I'm saying that Canadian and Central South American Indigenous is like... That's what they're using.
That is my only issue with Indigenous is it's so broad.
It is broad.
That's my thing. Is like so many things can be Indigenous.
Yeah.
I feel like it's watering down the brand.
Totally.
Yes.
So I don't agree with that.
Yes.
And then to me, Native American is so general. It feels like it's like it. I don't like the word choice. It feels like you're hiding something.
I feel like Native American is usually I say that because I'm conveying. It gets across to the listener what I'm trying to convey, which is like I am, from.
I am
here.
this sort of racial ethnic orientation that you've read about in the school books,
right?
Exactly.
Native American,
exactly.
Yeah, I'm one of those.
Let's fight.
Right. Let's go.
Yeah, to me, Native American just feels very.
Native American is giving loincloth to me. It's sort of.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it's sort of giving like black and white photos.
Oh, I feel like it's like 90s, like fun early
Native
AOL.
It is kind of
like
that too.
It's not. To me, it's not it's not black and white or sepia. It's like
I think it's what a white person when they look at the sepia and black and white pictures of us, they're like a Native American.
I'm proposing a new word.
I love this,
which is untitled OKW
W.
pilot.
That's my true identity.
For the record, the pilot is still untitled that we did.
Still entitled.
Honey. Great. Well, we got that solved.
Yeah.
You're welcome, world.
But the problem is, I think most U.S. natives I know prefer Indian, but they don't want white people to say it. So we can't say it because there's the fear that they'll say it.
Exactly, yeah.
So we have to include these versions that we don't like Native or Native American, in order for them to have something.
And that is what I'm
because I also
against.
don't like white people saying Indigenous. Again, that makes me more uncomfortable.
White people saying Indigenous is like, I'm the wokest of the woke.
It's like, I know where the best tacos are. And it's like, first of all, no, you don't. And don't say Indigenous. Like, it just feels a little like you're having too much fun with it. And we're giving them permission to have too much fun with it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. It's like BIPOC.
Or at least when you say Indian, they're like, can I say it? And you're like, no. But like, it's
white
questions
people,
versus
white people,
like.
you get Native American. Ideally, you get
the tribal nation. Always the tribal nation first.
Yes. Learn somebody's tribal nation by saying, are you Native American? What tribal nation? They give you the tribal nation. And is that how I refer to you as? Yes.
Right.
And then you can just never say Native American to that person ever again.
America is bigger than Europe? Question mark.
I believe. Yes.
If you can call somebody Slavic,
okay,
right, or French or Italian, you mean?
You
or
can
like...
call me Hopi.
Oh, yeah, Yeah,
You got
he grew
it.
up in a Hopi house. He was a bucking bronc.
If you could learn to call somebody,
Bahi. You can call me Buck and Bahi.
whoa, I'm into that.
I'm into that. That's your new tribe.
That'll be the name game at the sheep camp. It'll be say the word
Right.
with the
Right.
with the first letter of your name, bucking Bahi.
Big booty.
Big good.
Big booty
Big
Bahi.
booty. Big booty, big booty, big booty. Big booty, number one.
We play
number one,
improv
big booty.
games.
Oh my word.
Okay. Where are we at, John?
Hour 9.
Oh, baby! This is giving Patreon.
Patreon.
Patreon, and you will understand that joke if we get this show picked up. Otherwise, it's an inside one. But you can catch this chunk probably on the Patreon that we're gonna make in someday. Sierra, is there anything you want to plug?
No,
Okay,
I'm good.
Bri,
Clear eyes, full hearts. Can't
you're
lose.
sagest of wisdoms. I want to say, please come to the LA Indian Flea Market. It's on June 6th, Sunday, June 6th, 2 days after July 6th.
Okay, I was
Not
gonna say.
Yeah,
June
I was gonna be
6th.
that's
4th of July. Then after that, we have a Sunday that is June 6th, and that's the day of the LA Indian
July
Flea.
6th.
July 6th.
Yes.
7-6.
I'm
7-6.
I am
25.
not well in the brains. I have been so tired since
exhausted.
since
So
filming.
tired. Yeah.
Just running on E, and I have plenty of time to like. I don't know what's wrong with me. Just old. That's it.
Oh,
And that's all the time we have for you.
Thank you for having me. I loved it.
And that's all the time we have for you. Brian, why don't you read verbatim our outro from the script that we made a year ago?
We hope our wisdom today has made your life better, but we will not be issuing any refunds if it did not.
If you or anyone you know needs advice, have questions for us, or just wants to chat about something, leave us a message. There are 3 different ways to do that. You can find them in the show notes, and we'll give you our smudgiest, sagiest, solicited advice.
And as always, we'd love for you to rate and review us on iTunes and subscribe to our YouTube and Patreon.
Thanks for tuning in.
Hagone.
Hagone.
Doksha.